Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Cyclops. Here in this video we are on the Hydra map doing a zone mission, and this game was pretty long. It was pretty intense. The enemy team, it was actually a pretty decent match considering how kind of competitive it was. Right now these are just going to be like quick play matches because right now Cyclops is pretty tough to get in ranked. But these are just going to be videos on, like, you know, breaking down his kit and what he can do. But yeah, so in the beginning of this match, we are on point, getting the zone. Here I'm just doing some chipping damage on Cyclops. Your healer, this game was pretty good too. They had a White Fox, and this Hulk was actually really annoying. But yeah, I'm trying to get like a pick off. The Phoenix in the back, the entire game was trying to get me, but there I did a really bad thing there, so I didn't get any of my bouncing beams to hit. So Cyclops' one of his abilities allows you to have 2 charges of a refracting beam, I think that's the ability name. So he gets 2 charges that can ricochet off walls. I like to consider that ability like a finisher, like that happened on the Phoenix. So pretty good to use. It has a really long cooldown, so you can't like use 2 charges at once. There's pretty much like a delay, like a 4-second delay before you use another charge. And here Cyclops is really good at flying, so when you pretty much use one of your abilities to jump like in the air, you can pretty much fly when you use your secondary projectile. Cyclops pretty much has 2 projectiles, a ranged beam, and pretty much that laser beam that just is a channeling meter. It's kind of like an Iron Man laser beam, but it has a higher meter, so it'll last longer. I think it's up to like 30 seconds compared to Iron Man, so Cyclops' beam's pretty much a lot longer. It's not considered an ability because Iron Man's laser beam is considered an ability, but since Cyclops is considered a secondary fire, it pretty much gets a longer beam. It seems like that's the purpose of his design. And here is the second portion of the map of the Hydra base. So we won the first match, and this is pretty much the second. So I kind of skipped the beginning where, you know, you kind of just run to the objective, but here you pretty much saw me like just get behind the back line and I tried to like ace the enemy team by doing that. Like you could pretty much just double jump on his ability. So Cyclops is his jump and then his knockback laser, which is his L1. By the way, I'm playing on controller because it just feels a lot more natural. So you can pretty much just double jump on Cyclops to do that, you know, that crazy ult that I missed horribly. But you can imagine the impact that a really good Cyclops can have if I landed that ult, you know. But here, you know, Hulk gets me. Strange missed his ult, but I'm just backing up from the enemy team. Like, mastering the double jump into his ultimate is like the pinnacle of the Cyclops. Like, you have to learn how to do that, and you have to get kills like consistently. If you know, just to be like viably, you know, as a DPS, that's pretty much your job, but I just horribly missed there. But here I pretty much just went onto the zone. I didn't realize how fast my other DPS died. Because I had a Namor, and I thought he was going to use his ult to clean up the enemy team, but he didn't have it, so here the enemy team pretty much has the point now. So, and that's a good example of how to get to an objective really quickly, is to double jump backwards. Here is where the enemy team pretty much screws up. They kind of moved a little too far up away from the zone, and they risked getting chipped off. Yeah, and then Adam Warlock uses his ult. I did another double jump ult, so I got a kill there. And the enemy Cyclops killed me, but I was trying to time the ult, waiting for an ult to punish the Atom, but he used it, so at least I got one kill. So like I said, this match was pretty long, but I think it's still a good example of what Cyclops can do, how to use him. And here the Strange ports from his base so the enemy team can pretty much just take control. So here I'm doing a lot of chip damage with Cyclops' abilities. Cyclops is really good at killing off tanks, or chipping off tanks. Like, his meter can like do a lot of HP damage on like a Hulk, and it's really good just to like put pressure on. He's really good at, you know, tank busting. So there I got the Scarlet Witch, and my team there finished off the Hulk after his ult ran out. And then here we're back on control again on the zone. I think Cyclops' best strength is short to medium range. He can definitely do a lot of damage from far away, but a majority of his abilities you want to get up close because his primary damage comes from his laser beam. His laser beam can hit multiple targets, so that's the most important thing to keep in mind. His projectile beam has pretty good range too, and here the Strange got a pretty good ult. He flew over us and none of us saw him like come down. But yeah, this game was, you know, like I said, it was pretty good. Pretty competitive. And there we lost the second round. And here was the last portion of the Hydra game. So this is where I think, in my opinion, Cyclops is like the best, because this is the portion of the map where, you know, is always going to be a, you know, like a CQC style map zone mission. So like I said, Cyclops is really good close quarters. You always want to get close to the enemy so you can pretty much just kill confirm with your refracting beam there. So I used that twice to kill 2 targets. So you always want to use that ability on low HP targets there. There, my team got really good there. CC'd the Hulk from diving, and there I was able to get a kill and getting my pick damage off. There, Hulk was diving way too hard. I think this is where like the part of the game my team did really well is because like our composition was designed for like more short to medium range style for the map, so we had an advantage over the enemy. Like Cyclops' laser beam is 25 meters, so you want to be as close as you can to the enemy, so once you run out of your laser beam you can just swap to your projectile beams and finish off your enemies with that. And if you're not in range within 25 meters, you would just use your projectile beam. So here I'm just using my projectile beam. There I'm just doing chip damage with the laser beam because we're gonna start getting up close, and the Hulk just pretty much is consistently suiciding. But there the Iron Man got a really good flank. He was on top of us, and he got a pick, which was actually really good on him. So here, we were close to winning the zone, but Iron Man wiped us out, so I regrouped with the Punisher here. So the Strange is on the right side. So since he's in the middle, what I did was kind of ballsy here. So I got an ult off after the Luna Snow used her ult, so alright, so that was actually pretty good shit damage. Luna didn't really do a good job of staying in range of her ult. She didn't heal everyone, considering how big Cyclops' hitbox was, but Adam Warlock uses his res to revive his team, so here I had to peel back. And then I got picked off by fucking Cyclops. His laser beam bounced. So one good thing to know about Cyclops on this map is that if you use your laser beam, like, straight on an enemy, which I probably should have done but didn't do, is that you can knock them back, kind of like how Spider-Man can pull his target into the lava. You can actually, what I should have done this game was knock the enemy into the lava, like the enemy Hulk, because that secondary jump that he can do is actually a knockback. So that's what I should have done as Cyclops, was kind of act like that Spider-Man. But in one of these games I was still learning the Cyclops, so. And honestly, a majority of the times you use his knockback laser is to like reposition. Like you always want to be on top of the enemy. So there, I got a double kill with that beam. Like you always want to be close range with that beam. It's so important, because the closer you are, the faster it'll ricochet off the enemy and hit them faster, because you don't want the enemy to get healed as quickly as that beam can travel through the map. So yeah, that was pretty much my Hydra game on Cyclops. And yeah, that was a pretty intense match. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll be posting more videos to come soon. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Alright, thanks guys, and see you in my next one.